An eating disorder is an illness that causes extreme troubles to your everyday diet, such as eating very little or eating nothing at all. A person who has an eating disorder feels extremely self-conscious about their body image and the way they are perceived in the social context. There are about 8 million people in the United States who have eating disorders. About 90% of those people are women. About 95% of the people who have eating disorders range from the ages 12 to 25. Kevin Thompson, co-author of Exacting Beauty, Theory, Assessment, and Treatment of Body Image Disturbance, he believes that the reason why young girls develop eating disorders is because the body undergoes changes in weight and girls go through puberty. They are uncomfortable with the way they look. Although there are so many people who experience eating disorders, only 1 in 10 people receive treatment. Also, 1 in 10 women die from anorexia as well. Eating disorders are a part of a woman's cognitive culture because it is not about the material products like food and working out, but it is based on her thoughts and mental ideas that a person thinks she is not the right weight. Her normative culture is then affected by what she does in order to be slimmer, which results in her not eating or causing her to throw up the food she has just consumed. People are influenced by what they see in the social context, with fit and slim celebrities and extremely skinny models. The image of what people see in the media plays a large role in how eating disorders are started. Kids and teens get the wrong idea of how the body is supposed to look and strive at anything to be skinny. Young women seem to be the target for eating disorders. With many women in America today being extremely underweight, young girls have seen the wrong images of what natural beauty is, and instead are faced to find the artificial beauty that eating disorders provide. The culture in which these girls live in influences what is in and what is not pretty. Since certain figures promote being extremely underweight and have bones popping out, young girls develop eating disorders at young ages. According to Kristen Harrison and Joanne Cantor's article, The Relationship Between Media Consumption and Eating Disorders, says, in general, media consumption significantly predicted women's eating disorder symptomology and men's attitude in favor of personal thinness and dieting. These findings were more consistent for overall magazine reading than for overall television viewing. Based on the comparisons of TV and magazines is how people base their body images. Socialization of people today has been the basis of what people are commonly thought of how to look. Society has seen smaller women, and so people are trying to look like this. Ads similar to this one in 17 magazine promote being skinny to young girls. The idea of getting your best bikini body influences girls to want to lose weight so that they can fit in with the rest of society. According to a study, 80% of women want to change their body appearance in some way, while 92% of girls are also uncomfortable with the way they look and would like to see a change. This is because of the way the media promotes the skinny figure. Many women who are active in their lives also establish eating disorders, especially gymnasts, models, and ballet dancers. The reasons why these women are developing disorders is that their thinness can make them perform better and look prettier. The cognitive thinking of these women is hurting their performances and won't become better. They will worsen because they have no energy. While using the sociological imagination, being extremely skinny has not always been the way of life for people. In the past, it was normal for women to be larger. Wealth also played a role in the size of women because richer people could afford to eat more food. History revealed that being larger was considered to be a natural beauty. Marilyn Monroe was considered to be the perfect woman and her body size was a 16. Nowadays, the average size has dropped to about half and is right around size 8. According to Abigail Sagai's article, Mortality and Health, News Media Constructions of Overweight and Eating Disorders, she says, a young girl's girth is physical evidence of her father's and later her husband's wealth. Being so fat that she is immobile signifies that her labor is not needed, making fat women the ultimate trophy-wise. Similarly, up until the early 20th century, women in the United States and Europe strive to be fat, not thin. There, too, food was scarce and plumpness signaled wealth, while thinness suggested illness. In Susan Hayworth's article, The Critical Shapes of Body Image, The Role of Culture and Family in the Production of Eating Disorders, she mentions, even women without eating disorders experience body dissatisfaction. The culture in which we live in has caused women to view their bodies in a negative way because of the way they are supposed to look. Family life also serves as a contributing factor to the development of eating disorders in young girls' lives. Children learn from what their parents do. If a mother, for example, is seen barely eating and working out a lot, then her daughter will do the same. Since the parent is seen doing something, kids find it socially acceptable to act the same because they believe that their parent is always right. The status of a family also generates some thoughts as to why a teen will have an eating disorder. According to a study done by the National Eating Disorder Association, the majority of teens with eating disorders had some sort of financial difficulty. This could potentially explain that these kids did not have enough food in their homes to begin with, so they just did not eat. Mothers also believe that their daughters may not be attractive enough for society, so they want them to change. According to Janet Polivy and Peter Herman's article, Causes of Eating Disorders, they found that mothers of girls with eating disorders may well have an influence on their daughters' pathology. They think that their daughters should lose more weight and describe them as less attractive than do comparison mothers or the girls themselves. Conflict theory, which revolves around power, relates to eating disorders in many ways. In the current social system, we commonly rank women based on the wealth and looks. An imbalance is created and allows those who have better looks to be better off in society. If someone wanted to hire a woman for a job and two equal women were qualified for the position, then the woman who had better looks would be hired. Women have used their looks as a source of power in order to get ahead in society. A need for women to be perfect and beautiful allows for them to get by in society. If women don't look perfect, they tend to take drastic measures in order to satisfy their needs of being beautiful. Another source of power with women is having a natural advantage over other ladies with their parents' gene pool. This power struggle to maintain perfect bodies can lead some women, especially those at the higher ends of society, to get their bodies to their own expectant level. The media itself also creates a power struggle for women and men to maintain certain power levels of fitness. On TV, we see all kinds of the most beautiful women and how men perceive them. If they are any less than up to standards for a man, he will look away and not pay attention. With this type of power, women can get better jobs, marry richer men, and increase their social status. It's no wonder why eating disorders are so common with people trying almost anything to get ahead. The question that many people wonder is how to stop eating disorders. Although it seems as if there is no escape, women need to realize there are millions of other people going through the same struggles. In search of fixing themselves, women need to admit that they have a problem and get help. Professionals are constantly willing to change women's lives who have suffered from eating disorders because they can result in death. To prevent it, stay healthy, exercise normal, and be active in life.